Welcome to the WBC Arena, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Do you believe this? So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. That hook doesn't score. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Those counter punches have to hurt. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And there's the bell for round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
Oh man, you got a swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him wrong on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Which fighter will say no mas? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of defense here at all. Do you believe what we're seeing? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. On to the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They exchange punches. Good counter-punching. Both men step back for just a moment. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Catch and shoot. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Nice counter shot. One punch could change everything in this battle. They exchange punches. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Here we go to the fourth round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
No rest for the weary. Missing with the hook. Not a lot of punch out. Did you see that? The big and down goes Oleksandr Usyk. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. They exchange punches. Nice defense on that jab. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Good counter punching. They both want a knockout, you can tell. You'd like to see more jabs. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This is the beginning of round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
A swing and a miss with the left hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Oh no, Dempsey is hurt! Still standing.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
A swing and a miss with that jab. Swing and a miss with that hook. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. And the big cat goes down. And as we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
Shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You all right?
That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown. And there's the bell to start round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
The jab can't find a home. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punching. They block the jab. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? They block the left there. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym. Round 8, and we're off again. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You don't want to trade shots. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Jack Dempsey, oh boy, in trouble. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
He blocks that right hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, you don't see it very often, but here it is. This fight ends in a draw.
I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.